I was really thrilled when I walked in during Gil's presentation because I thought, blimey, look at all these people. But thank you. I am thrilled that you've stayed and really kind of help us. No heckling. To discuss what I think is a true game changer for the future of connectivity. And as the title says, SD-WAN in a post-PSTN world. I mean, this isn't necessarily about the technology. It's about transforming how businesses connect, communicate, and ultimately succeed. So, I'm Andrew Nash, Head of Operations within Britannic. And let's do it. So today we'll explore what is the end of the copper-based networks, why SD-WAN is the next leap forward, and how solutions empower you to enhance and take every advantage that these new technologies offer. So we'll explore the critical transition from the legacy infrastructure to the new cutting-edge world of networking solutions. And then through this presentation, I'll discuss the benefits of SD-WAN, some use cases in what is going to be the post-PSTN world, and we'll start talking about the impact of the switch off, the impact it's going to have on you, both the positives and the negatives, and then we'll move to introduce the concepts of SD-WAN and do some kind of skirting over kind of security and the cyber threats that then dovetail quite nicely into SD-WAN. So in just a few years, the networks we've relied on for years are going to be turned off. So, the public switched network, or the PSTN, which is built on copper. So those copper-based solutions like FTTC and DSLs will all be phased out. OpenReach said end of next year, the end of 27, those kind of things. But we will see the end of it because we can't keep building businesses on top of that old network because it's not built for speed, it hasn't got the scalability, and it doesn't really kind of meet the demands of everything that we want to do and everything that our customers want to do with us. So migrating to these all IP solutions like FTTP, SOGEA, that's really kind of marks the first transformative shift. So fiber-based products, they deliver the speed. They allow us to be flexible in what we want to do. We can try things and evolve things. And we can continue to innovate without the constraints of this aging copper network. So why all IP? As I said, it's built for today's world. Copper was groundbreaking in its time. But now, we need those faster, more reliable connections that keep pace with things like cloud computing, real-time data and IoT. So all those all IP solutions, they offer that kind of essential elements that we need for that cloud, for the remote working, for collaborative apps. Fiber handles data much more consistently and securely across greater distances. And the networks are ready to support technologies that haven't even been invented yet. So for businesses, this means hopefully no more bottlenecks, no more connectivity worries, and just kind of pure performance that scales with what you want to do. You're no longer kind of held captive by the circuits that you've got. So what is SD-WAN? Software-defined wide area networking. It reimagines connectivity by using software to manage the network traffic intelligently. So it does it across various transport methods. So you can do it on your old MPLS. You can blend it into your MPLS with DIA circuits. You can bring in broadband circuits. You can bring in LTE or 4G or 5G, or you can just have fiber. So it gives you that benefit of, because it's software defined, you can offer those real-time adjustments. So it sends traffic through the best path. you can build in encryption and segmentation to keep that data safe within your SD-WAN. And it makes connecting to the cloud really seamless, because that's one of the key things that it tries to deliver. And then ultimately, it can save you costs. Because you've got more options around the delivery. So you've got options of, say, cheaper connectivity options. You no longer need those kind of fixed layer 2 costly circuits. You can have centralization within your SD-WAN. It allows you then to save a bit more on those operational costs. So it opens up entirely new approaches to connectivity when networks are no longer static, but responsive and adapt instantly to your needs. So SD-WAN is about virtualization and smart traffic management. So kind of breaking that down, if we look at edge devices in your network, so a device is deployed at each of your locations. They then control and route traffic according to set policies. And those policies you can do centrally and push them out to each of the devices. So you don't have to manage every device at every location individually. So the network, based on those policies, chooses the best path to get to where it wants to go. So if you imagine you've got your router, you've got your edge device, and you want to send an email, and you're on Microsoft 365, and you've got a DIA circuit, a direct internet circuit. So your router then can say, well, actually, the quickest path is to just go out onto the internet to Microsoft 365. I don't need to engage anyone else. Whereas if I wanted to send a file, copy a file over to Jason, and he's at a different location, the technology would choose maybe the quickest path to get to Jason. So it can prioritize those critical applications so you get the best performance exactly where it's needed. And then the other thing, obviously, or not obviously, because you may not know, is around advanced monitoring. So you can look at real-time analytics and see and manage and optimize your network pretty much instantly. So this technology gives you the power to tailor connectivity around the most critical needs. It can transform the network management around turning you from reactive to proactive. And I guess one of the key things is maybe thinking about, you're going from using a traditional roadmap, so the old AA books, and you're going to a GPS system. It's lifting your ability to send what you need to send in a much more agile way. And Britannic, we have been at the forefront of networking and communications technologies, as you will know, for 4 decades. We serve medium to large enterprises across all industries. And we operate our own core network, UK-wide network, with all of the tier ones like BT, etc., all interconnected into us. So we can deliver that blended experience of an MPLS or an SD-WAN, and we can deliver that hybrid environment. But it's more than our infrastructure. It's about the customer-centric approach that really kind of sets Britannic apart. We work closely with every client, with every customer, and as Jonathan mentioned earlier, our goal is your success. That's where we get our success from. And our SD-WAN managed service are designed to be the backbone that supports your growth, productivity, and future ambitions. So the potential of SD-WAN, when we put it in front of the PSTN world, so the MPLSs and those kind of things, is huge. And the benefits that can bring SD-WAN value to your business go well beyond just connectivity. As I said, it can lower those operational costs. It can enhance the performance and reliability because you can set SLAs on different types of circuit, and then based on that SLA, the router will do something slightly different. So if the DIA circuit is a bit contended, but it's got another circuit to another site, and that's fine, then it could just choose to send it down there. So it's automatically and intelligently making those decisions for you. And it scales because there's that centralized management. You don't have to configure each of your sites individually. You don't have to keep configuring sites individually. You can just send the device with zero-touch provisioning, and then it gets its configuration. So it's much easier for you to scale as an organization. So SD-WAN, it becomes an enabler for growth. You're no longer constrained by that 90-day, 100-day lead time on getting a circuit into a layer 2 MPLS. You can provision an LTE within a week while you're getting a fiber in. You can have all of these different options to give you that success. So Britannic's SD-WAN solution, it offers, as I mentioned, several benefits to businesses: reduced costs, improved application performance, and the like. And it significantly reduces the effort that you have to put in because of the way it's designed, because of the nature of its delivery. So we're incredibly proud of our managed service around SD-WAN, and it goes beyond just that simple setup. For us, it isn't just about deploying a service. It's about becoming that kind of true technology partner, delivering the networking solution that grows and evolves with your business, and will continually work with you in order to be able to successfully migrate from an old world to a new world, but then keep you on the forefront of that new world. So with our SD-WAN managed service, you get that kind of full life cycle support. So from the strategy to the deployment to ongoing maintenance and optimization. And then through our 24/7 monitoring, through our NOC, our Network Operations Center, they continuously ensure that you're performing and that the environment is secure. And we understand that every business is slightly different and has individual unique needs. So we are able then to customize our solutions to match your needs. And that might mean that you might have certain policies around security. You might have some kind of web filtering that you need to deliver to each of the sites and those kind of things. So we would tailor the policies, tailor the security needs to whatever you require. And our team brings an extensive knowledge in WAN and SD-WAN and security. And we work with partners like Cisco, Juniper, Fortinet, PXE, all of those to bring in the wealth of security and SD-WAN solutions. So from planning to daily management, our team is pretty much with you every step. Those who are Britannic customers around networking, around the managed services that we deliver through our networking services will know that we engage, we want to do what's right, we want to give you best practice, and we'll be with you until the job's done and beyond that. And our NOC, they constantly watch your network, ensuring that you have stability, speed, and security. So one of our customers, they operate around about 30 branch sites. They rely on a mix of network of broadband and Ethernet, and they're all connected back to a main data center through traditional MPLS architecture. And whilst it served them really well for about the last kind of 10 years, they wanted to elevate their networking capabilities. They wanted to become all IP ready. So they had a lot of the older type copper-based circuits, so FTTCs. They wanted to migrate them onto the all IP versions. They had a lot of layer 2 Ethernet circuits into their MPLS. And it was becoming more complicated to service what their ever-growing needs were. So we introduced Fortinet's SD-WAN, technology to their network architecture. We ran a proof of concept. We picked 2 very different sites. We installed proof of concepts into those 2 sites, and the SD-WAN turned out to be a perfect fit for what they needed. Specifically, taking away some of those layer 2 Ethernet circuits and provisioning dedicated internet access circuits at each of the branches. So we ensured that they had high quality and a consistent connection for critical operations. And to further enhance reliability, we installed these 2 FortiGate devices per site in a high availability cluster, meaning that if one device had an issue, the other one would immediately take over, ensuring that continuation of service. But that's not all. By configuring SD-WAN functions within each of the FortiGates, we enabled that intelligent traffic steering. This meant that data could be routed dynamically based on that real-time performance, so based on those SLAs, minimizing the disruptions and optimizing the flow of traffic for both applications and user experience. And the results were transformational. Not only do they now operate on a more secure, reliable network, but they're also able to increase productivity and lower operational costs. So this updated network architecture allows them to prioritize those critical business applications, giving their staff a seamless user experience, and no matter which branch they work from, they've got a strong, scalable SD-WAN foundation. So they're now better positioned to adapt to those future demands. So, in a rapidly evolving world, SD-WAN surely represents the future of connectivity. A flexible, intelligent, and secure network that empowers businesses to thrive. And as we transition from those legacy systems like PSTN to all IP and embrace the transformative power of SD-WAN, we at Britannic are here to guide you. So thank you for joining me today.